Hey, welcome to Phuket in Focus. Today we're coming to you from Central Festival. Out here in the open with all these Korean and Chinese tourists looking at us. Anyway,
Yeah, why is there a red laser dot? There's snipers in this place.
It's going to be a long program. Today we've got Pjae Stanley. Pjae is a local raconteur, cool chick, and the island's best female singer.
I thought you knew, yeah.
And the best male singer. And also, of course, the main presenter on Drive on Live. I'm sounding like Dom Lau now. On Live 89.5.
Oh, I'm Dom Lau.
Now we're going to be talking about the cold weather, maybe how quiet things are, and also we're going to talk about where to find a good coffee on the island.
That's a good idea. And what I want to know is where do you find big shoes? Because my feet are huge, and I think all the toys have my my shoes. You know what I mean? Look at this thing. Unbelievable. I can't
We'll be back
believe it.
right after this break.
Blue Horizon Developments believe in making quality affordable and the art of development. Visit the sales office and show unit in Rawai to see the latest beachfront development.
Yes, this is Phuket in Focus as we check out what's happening around the island with, people that are living on the island and doing stuff day after day. We've got Pjae Stanley, we've got Jason Wilder. Guys, let's have a talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing a few Facebook polls this week and people have been saying, wow, it's cold. I'm having to wear a jumper.
It's unbelievable. What is a jumper, by the way?
A pullover, a vest.
Like a sweater. That's what we say in the U.S. A sweater. Anyway, that's just ridiculous because the lowest it's gotten is what, 70? I mean, that is balmy in the U.S.
70, by the way, for people who live in the modern world. In Celsius, I think you're referring to about 25.
That is correct. And it's beautiful. It's fantastic. I don't understand the whole jumper thing. Maybe I need a fur coat.
Well,
Is that it? What's happening?
For me, I'm addicted to jackets, so this is perfect for me. The only thing is that obviously common sense has led me not to bring all my jacket collection here to Thailand. But it is noticeable, you see, like, especially Thai people. I mean, I love it because I think it's too hot in general for my kind of temperament and attitude towards life. But basically, it's nice and cold. I like it. It's chilled a bit more. But you can see that locals here are, definitely having to wrap up and feel in the cold and saying a lot. You'll hear "now Mark," which is freezing. They're actually saying it's freezing.
I mean, where do you even get a jumper, a jacket? Certainly in my size. Where do you get that around here? I didn't bring one. I don't have one.
Check classifieds in the Phuket News. There might be someone like letting stuff
Somebody
go.
getting rid of stuff. All right,
It was down to like 15 degrees in Bangkok yesterday,
Is
so
that right?
it is pretty cool.
Going to Bangkok?
Lowest in 30 years, I do believe. 30 years, it's not been that low. So there's apparently some wind coming from the China Sea or something like this, and some magic dragons have been eating too many boiled eggs or something.
No,
I don't know.
I did get a hearing on the wind. My stuff is flying across my yard, and I heard something blowing around in my garage. Who's out there? There couldn't be anybody out there. There's nothing worth stealing. But so the wind definitely picked up. But the cool doesn't bother me, but the wind certainly did.
It's definitely not been as hardcore as it's been in other parts of the world.
Okay,
I think there was
exactly.
this kind of Siberian sort of breeze that came across and destroyed places.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
In your neck of the woods, I do believe.
In Dallas?
In Phuket.
Oh, that neck.
That
You
neck.
got the redneck part. Okay,
Trying to get a word in today is just going to be really, really hard work. Going on to another matter that we had a lot of reaction on Facebook this week. By the way, you can always go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/The Phuket News, written right here on the bottom of the screen. Another thing people were saying is that it's really quiet at the moment. The last couple of weeks, where is everybody gone? Have you noticed it's quieter?
No, I definitely have noticed that.
There's definitely this slide from peak season, but there seems to be a few more people around. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we might go on to this, that the warnings around the world about the political situation and that. There has been a lot of cancellations. Speaking with some of the hoteliers and some of the bosses of the hotels and resorts,
absolutely.
definitely there was a lot of people didn't come to Phuket this time.
Certainly, if you're a local here, it's kind of nice, just to be able to have some room, on the beaches and things like that. It's a little selfish. It's kind of nice. So I have noticed that there's not quite as many people as have been in the last couple of years that I've been here, but it's still a great place to come. And I think people are still know that, and they're still coming here.
I was thinking that with the trouble in Bangkok, maybe people might have moved their holiday from Bangkok to Chiang Mai or Phuket.
Well, I've had some friends calling me up and saying, hey, and they weren't even going to Bangkok, and saying it's still safe to come here. Of course it is. It's great. It's really safe to come here, and you're not going to Bangkok, so it's okay. But yeah, there were some concerns with some of my friends, but they still came. So,
Jason, what have you been saying to your friends if they've been saying, should I be coming to Thailand at the moment?
I say, yeah, for sure. Come, why not? Are you crazy? Like, I mean, the thing is that people do get worried and get paranoid. It's just within us, you know. And I think the majority of people in the world don't travel as much as the handful who do, and know that it's kind of all right in general. You know, your chances of anything bad happening are very low, but people kind of like to sit back a bit and find out what's going on. So yeah, people are like contacting through the internet and everything, asking like, I'm thinking of coming, is it all right? It's like, well, yeah, it is, because it's like just what you see, and you know, being a media organisation, we try and report the truth all the time, but obviously there's sensationalizations and all that kind of thing. Is that a word?
It's more than the sensationalization of what's going on in the political thing, because the problem becomes in other countries that if they come and there is a problem here, their insurance doesn't work. They just can't. So people get concerned if they get over here, they get hurt, and they can't. All their insurance and all the things they have for protecting them is no longer working. So those are real concerns. It's not bad here. It's wonderful and all of that, but those are real concerns. So I think it has had a damper on the people coming. Yeah.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's just that being here a while, you get used to the fact that people are warned, and then actually nothing happens. But there is the possibility, of course.
And there always
be
is.
Scared,
You know?
Be scared. Stay at home. Don't do anything ever, and it'll all be all right.
You know, there's always something you can. You know, where I come from, you can be run down by a cow in the middle of the road, just like you can here. So I mean, it's just the way it is. Just come, have a good time. It's a beautiful place.
This is the Phuket in Focus program on Phuket News TV. Let's move on to motorbike safety, and I suppose this is on the back of a fairly high-profile death a few weeks ago of Paul Norris, DJ Doris.
Yeah.
And
which is very sad. I mean, it's very sad. He, had recovered from a horrible incident, then came back, and 3 months later, back into another one after he got back. So that was a horrible thing for him to happen. I was just talking with some friends earlier about the situation here in Phuket and motorcycle safety, and it's a little bit difficult. It's just, I don't think people are just quite as aware on their motorbikes and careful as they are in other areas. So and if you come here and you rent a motorbike, you definitely want to have some motorcycle safety classes. You really want to know how to ride a motorcycle, and always, watching out for the other guy. You just can't say that it's your right of way to go and that the light is green and you should go. Just some extra precautions, I think, would be okay. I still ride my motorbike and I still have a great time. Just be a little bit more careful, I think.
Jason, you ride a bike. You must be crazy.
Yeah, do you know what? I love riding my bike, and I think I'm most alert when I am riding my bike.
Absolutely.
And so because you've got to be. I just came back from one of the smaller islands around, and came back onto the island. Shall remain nameless because it's beautiful.
Australia,
beautiful and amazing, and people there don't actually want it to be flooded with tourism, which is fair play in this day and age. But going back to the bikes thing is, to get you started on the roads here. I do the questions and answers for the drive show, and the top answer for what frustrates you most, what the most problems are, it's the roads, of course. It's like 100% top answer. And how you go with the education on that aspect is because it's just chaos. People just don't know how to ride.
They really don't.
Like, not only is it like kids who've started learning without any sort of proper guidance, just going freestyling all over the place, and then you've got tourists coming here, never ridden a bike before, but think, oh, what a great idea! Let's get a bike and get around.
Partying, which of course is why you come here, because there's great places to party. You go down to Patong or Bangalore, anywhere, any of the resorts, and that's what you come here to do, is to party. So you're on a bike, having a vacation, and thinking it's okay to get on it and drive drunk. Where in the world is that okay? It isn't. So those are some of the things that we have to deal with.
Bring your common sense with you,
nice. Nice.
And on the bike,
and wear a helmet.
Wear your helmet.
That is you can't argue about that. It's a no-brainer, and you won't have one if you don't wear one. So definitely wear one.
Yeah, but for me, it's also like I prefer riding a bike, because in a car I'm scared to be hitting the bike sort of riders who are going around. because I can't see them everywhere.
That's your reason?
Yeah, that's my reasoning. Because like
it's
on
a
a
valid
bike, I know I feel more 360 going round, but in a car I feel like closed in, and that I might go like that, and someone's just, because I know what we're all like on bikes. Everyone just cuts and weaves
you
through.
said correctly what you're like on a bike.
Yeah.
You started to say it, but I'm just going to go ahead and pull your covers.
I do that. That's how I know.
By the way, for any Thai people watching this program, these two people are actually speaking English. It may not be apparent, but it is English. If you perhaps record it and play it in slow motion, you may understand what they're saying.
Sorry.
พูดช้าๆดีกว่าครับพี่น้องครับผม
This is Phuket News TV. It's Phuket in Focus, and this is Pjae Stanley and Jason Wilder. Guys, just finally, where do you get a good coffee in Phuket?
And I actually go to the Black Canyon, the one that's by my house. It's really very good. It's fresh.
Which one is that?
It's the one in Talang. In Talang,
I was going to say the one in
Tesco.
Tesco's just closed, the main Tesco at Samcom.
The one in Talang. That's
Well, let's chill out on all these ads for the big guys, eh? Let's go like a bit more indie stuff.
Well, yeah, that too, but I don't need names. And I can't stand somebody
You
to
just said Black
recommend.
Canyon, that's a name.
It is, but oh no, he just said the little guys. I'm saying I don't know the names of those street vendors that I go to because I just
true,
I
yeah.
can't I hate to say something I like
Sunshine
and they
Super
can't tell you
Coffee.
how to get there.
Yeah.
It's just aggravating. So there are some great ones on the street, some great coffee. I mean, pretty much anyone you stop by on the street and get one, those are some great coffee. You don't think so?
Yeah, well, I'd sort of wonder the coffee. It's not sort of brewed coffee. Where do you get a good coffee?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You didn't specify.
I do like to
Sorry.
intake the coffee of the beast, 666 coffee, which is just off in Billion Plaza, just down the road from here. But that's not kind of like work coffee. But right here in Santan, in Central Festival, the green, what's it called? The green.
The organic something or
It's an
other.
organic coffee, and it's very good, and it's reasonably priced. And you just go there, get a shot of double espresso, does the job, bang, boom.
The whole coffee culture is like really big in the West. I know in Australia it's been big for a long time because we had a lot of Southern European immigrants coming after World War II, and they brought the coffee culture with them. And of course we were drinking tea because we were English stock in those days, but we really got into coffee. But it's a little bit different here in Phuket. The Thais are slowly catching up with good coffee, but it's not easy to find a good coffee.
Yeah. And I guess I'm not a purist because I do like ground coffee and I do like a really good instant coffee, which I can get from Vietnam because they're coffee people and they actually make a very good instant coffee. So I'm probably not the best one to tell you about where a good cup of coffee is, but I love all shades of coffee.
Clearly
I really
uncultured.
Could definitely recommend. I've got two friends called Franco and Giovanni, and they swear by Bon Cafe's coffee. So obviously, if you can't find one in the streets of Phuket, grab yourself a machine from Bon Cafe.
There you go.
And make your own coffee. They've got some great blends there as well.
That happens really well as well.
He knows who pays his bills. Pjae Stanley, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy to be here in Phuket. It's great.
Jason Wilder, always a pleasure. Thank you, mate.
Kun Tim, thank you very much. And Chodi Kap Pinong Kap. Sawadee Kap!
This is Phuket News TV. You've been watching Phuket in Focus. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.